You do the one thing you can't undo. You lowball yourself. You think to yourself, I used to make $20 an hour, so this 30 sounds good. Or if I come in cheap, they give me more work later. Or you do the worst thing you could possibly do. You Google what do couriers charge per mile, and you find some 50-cent number from 2018 and you run with it. All three of those are mistakes, and they not small mistakes. If you underprice your route by just $5 a day, a single $5 bill over a year, working 5 days a week, that's $1,300 gone. Multiply that by 3 clients on your stack, that's $3,900 a year you left on the table. Not because you're not working hard, but because you didn't have a pricing system. The pharmacy doesn't know what you should cost. The lab doesn't know. The senior care facility doesn't know. They don't have a going rate for Courier handbook on their desk. You tell them what you cost, they either say yes or they negotiate. But if you let them go first, you playing their game on their court with your money on the line. So let me show you how to flip that. Rule number 1 of medical pricing, and I need you to hear this: stop charging by the mile. That's for trucking companies or for moving freight. That's not for you. And here's why. When you charge by the mile, you make yourself a commodity. I'm 70 cents a mile. Well, the other guy, he's 55 cents a mile. Now you in a price war, and a price war in a local carrier market only has one winner: nobody. You both race to the bottom to neither you can afford to stay in business. The second reason, per mile doesn't capture the value you actually provide. And let me give you a real scenario. You deliver a single prescription 6 miles away, not a long drive, but here's the thing. The prescription is for a patient who can't leave their house. It's a controlled substance, it requires a signature, and it's time sensitive. The pharmacy paid you $8 for that delivery, but the pharmacy billed the patient insurance $300 for that medication. The pharmacy couldn't make that $300 without you. The value to them is not the 6 miles, it's the $300 in revenue that you just unlocked. Third reason, per mile punish you for efficiency. The better your route, the closer your stops, the less you make under a mileage model. That's backwards. The entire stat strategy that I teach is based on putting clients closer together so you make more per hour. If you charge by the mile, a tighter route pays you less. That's not a business model. That's punishment for doing a good job. So what do you charge by? 2 things: per stop or per route, or a hybrid of both. And I'm gonna break down exactly how to price each one. Per stop pricing, that's your entry model. This is what you use for pharmacy clients in any accounts where the number of deliveries vary day to day. And here's how it works. You charge a flat rate per delivery stop, not per package, but per stop. If one stop has 3 prescriptions for 3 different patients, that's 3 deliveries, even though you only parked once. Don't let them bundle you. You building per delivery, not per parking spot. Your floor or your minimum is $8 per stop. You don't go below $8. Anything lower, you competing with the apps. To be above $12, you need to be providing something premium. So same day stat delivery, guaranteed windows, and even weekends. But $8 to $12, that's your range for standard next day or same day pharmacy delivery with a volume of 8 to 15 stops. And here's the pricing table. 10 stops a day at $10 per stop, that's $100 a day. For 5 days a week, you earn $500. Monthly, that's $2,000 from one client. Now, the strip for setting this, when they ask your rate, you don't say I charge $8 to $12 per delivery. That's a range. They're gonna grab the low end. You say my standard rate for pharmacy delivery runs is $10 per delivery stop. That includes pickup, packaging, and proof of delivery with signature captured. If you're running more than 15 stops a day, I can work a value rate with you. See what I just did? I only gave one number, $10. I didn't give them a range, and I told them what it includes, and I gave them a reason to give me more volume. That's how you set the anchor. It's firm, it's clear, and it's pushing value forward. The route pricing is where you start making real money. This is for clients where the work is predictable, so the same stops, same days, and same time window. That's your lab pickups, your senior care runs, and recurring medical supply deliveries. With per route pricing, you're not counting stops, you pricing the window. You saying, for this 2-hour block, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., my rate is X. Whether there's 5 stops or 15 stops, the value is the reliability and the exclusivity. They own that window, can't nobody else get booked in it. Here's how you build your route price. You take your desired hourly rate, let's say it's $40 an hour. You multiply it by the time window. 2-hour window, that's $80. A 3-hour window, that's $120. But here's the key, you add a route minimum. The minimum route price, regardless of the work, is $75. I don't care if it's 30 minutes of work. A route is a route. You had to go there and you had to dedicate the time. So for an example, a senior care facility needs 2 deliveries per week, the same 2 hours on the same 2 days. That's $80 a day, $160 a week, $640 for the month, and that's for 4 hours of work a week. Second example, a lab wants you to run a specimen pickup loop. It's 8 stops, takes about 90 minutes, and it's 3 days a week. You price it at $110. That's $40 an hour with a buffer for gas and administration add-on. This model was $330 a week. That's over $1,300 a month for 4.5 hours of driving. That's not bad. And here's the strip. For a recurring route with a dedicated 2-hour window, my rate is $110 per route day. That includes all pickups in the corridor, specimen handling compliance, and same-day drop-off at the processing lab. Notice I never said per hour, I said per route day. That's intentional. When you say I charge $40 an hour, the clients start counting your minutes. They think that only took you 1 hour and 40 minutes. Why am I paying for 2 hours? When you say $110 per route, they think that's the cost to solve my problem today. The language sets the frame. Now here's where you level up. Most carriers pick one model and they stick with it, but the best money is in the hybrid. Here's how the hybrid works. You charge a base route fee plus a per stop fee. The base route fee covers your availability, your commitment, the fact that you're showing up at 8 a.m. every day instead of taking other orders. The per stop fee covers your actual delivery work. Let me give you a real example. A pharmacy wants you Monday through Friday, booking your morning window. You quote them a $50 base route fee plus $7 per delivery stop. Let's use 15 stops. Your base rate of $50 plus $7 per stop equals $155 a day. That's $755 a week. Monthly, you're looking at over $3,100. That's the hybrid. Let me give you a real example. A pharmacy wants you Monday through Friday, booking your morning window. You quote them a $50 base route fee plus $7 per delivery stop. Let's use 15 stops. Your base rate of $50 plus $7 per stop equals $155 a day. That's $755 a week. Monthly, you're looking at over $3,100. That's the hybrid. And the client doesn't feel nickel and dime because the per stop fee is lower than your standalone rate. 2 reasons. 1, the pharmacy feel like they're getting a deal on the per stop rate. 2, you protected on slow days. If they only have 5 stops because half of their patients are on vacation, you still get your $50 base fee, so your minimum is covered. Here's your strip. I typically structure pharmacy routes with a base day rate plus a per delivery fee. The base rate is $50, which reserves the window, and it's $7 per stop for the deliveries. On your busiest day, you're getting a better per stop rate than my standalone pricing. On slower days, I'm still covered for my time. It's the fairest way for both of us. Fairness, that's the word that closes the deal. When you present pricing as fair to both sides, you're not a vendor anymore, you're a partner. There are things you can say in pricing conversations that will cost you thousands. Let me give you the list so you don't learn the hard way like I did. Number 1, never say what your budget is. That's giving up the anchor. That's letting them set the range. Their number will always be lower than yours. Number 2, never say, I can work with whatever you got. That's desperate. And desperate pricing attracts desperate clients. And desperate clients are the first ones to ghost you when a cheaper driver comes along. Number 3, never say, let me get back to you on that. You should know your rate before you walk in. If you gotta go think about it, you look unprepared. And looking unprepared kills trust. And trust is the only thing that covers medical carrier contracts at full price. Number 4, never apologize for your price. You say your number and you stop talking. I know it's uncomfortable. I know that silence feel like it lasts 10 minutes. It's really just 3 seconds, but let them respond. Don't talk yourself down before they even get a chance to say yes. And the big one, never lower your price without removing something. If they say $10 is too high, can you do 8? You say, I could do 8. But that's going to be without the signature capture and without the guaranteed window. Does that still work for you? Now they have to choose. And most of the time, they keep the $10 rate because they need the full service. You didn't say no, you gave them a choice and they chose your price. Pricing is not about being the cheapest. Pricing is about being the most professional. The cheapest driver in your city is also the least reliable. You know it, the pharmacy knows it, and the lab knows it. So don't compete on price. Compete on reliability, compete on communication, and compete on showing up when you said you would. Price accordingly. Here's your pricing cheat sheet. Screenshot it, save it, but use it before every single client call. Drop a comment if you want a copy of it. For pharmacy routes, $8 to $10 per stop. Start at $10 though. For volume discounts, anything above 15 stops per day. Lab specimen routes, $10 to $15 per pickup. Use your hybrid if it's reoccurring. That's your base rate plus your per stop rate. Senior care and medical supplies, $35 to $50 an hour. A route minimum of $75, and remember to quote per route, not per hour. Stat and same day rush, premium pricing, $18 to $25 per stop. You solving an emergency, charge accordingly. Never below $8 a stop, never below $35 an hour. Never let them name the number first, and never apologize for your rate. You're not expensive, you're reliable, and reliability is the most underpriced thing in this gig economy. Here's what I want you to walk away with today. Your price is not a guess, it's a system. And if you walk into your next client meeting with this cheat sheet in your head, you're gonna close higher and you're gonna earn more. If you found some value in this video, hit the like, hit the share, leave a comment, drop the number you've been charging, or if you haven't started yet, drop $10 per stop in the comment so I know you locked in. Until next time, y'all stay safe, stay blessed, get to your hustle. Peace.